Imagine you are at the doctor, and to your surprise, your doctor diagnoses you with lung cancer, even though you've never smoked. She then asks you, which lung would you prefer to be affected by the cancer? Your left lung or your right lung? What do you say? Unfortunately, a circumstance like this is not ideal. Lung cancer patients are diagnosed and they're given a prognosis and they become the living effects of secondhand smoke. Good morning, my name is Stephanie Cooper, and today I will be sharing with you why you should support the ban on smoking in public places. First, I will discuss the effects of secondhand smoke. Then I will discuss how they can be prevented, and finally I will explain to you the overarching benefits of eliminating smoking from all public places. So first, the act of smoking in public places poses a hazard to simple bystanders. Secondhand smoke is defined as tobacco smoke unintentionally inhaled by people who do not smoke. In a cover story, The Air We Breathe, by John P. Robertson and Tibet L. Spear for American Demographics, the authors explain, the most important fact to remember is that secondhand smoke is a serious health hazard. And so, the EPA clarifies that secondhand smoke as a known human carcinogen. So unintentionally inhaled smoke can cause serious ailments, even death. According to a report by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, exposure to secondhand smoke causes 42,000 deaths annually among adults in the United States. Secondhand smoke causes 7,333 annual deaths from lung cancer and 33,951 annual deaths from heart disease. However, these statistics do not exist solely as numbers or findings, but they exist at once as people. Secondhand smoke affects the health of adults and children, but the effects are more severe and devastating in the developing health of a child. In an article titled "Kids Suffer from Smoke by Natural Life," they reported findings by the World Health Organization. On June 16, 1999, the World Health Organization released a report estimating that 700 million children around the world are exposed to secondhand smoke. The World Health Organization confirmed that secondhand smoke is associated with lower respiratory tract infections, middle ear disease, chronic respiratory symptoms, asthma, decreased lung function, and SIDS. Therefore, secondhand smoke produced by lighting a cigarette in a public place jeopardizes health of those uninvolved in the act of smoking. Therefore, it is important to reclaim our health rights and become more than just passive smokers. Next, the effects of secondhand smoke can be avoided if we learn to establish healthy boundaries, set to a standard to protect public health. By supporting the ban of smoking in public properties like parks, schools, beaches, universities, airports, libraries, all places deemed centers of the community, you're providing room for positive change. Limiting smoking to privately owned areas can reduce the impacts on the health of the community. In a study conducted by the EPA titled "Respiratory Effects of Secondhand Smoke," increased the frequency. They explained that the exposure to secondhand smoke to children increased the frequency of their asthma attacks. They estimated that 200,000 to 1 million asthmatic children had their condition worsened by exposure to environmental tobacco smoke. Imagine being confined to your home or not allowing your children to go out with you for fear that they might have an asthma attack or worse, be hospitalized. In an article for Journal of American College Health, the writer Reginald Fennell explains his experience with an unhealthy university environment. He begins, "It's a beautiful afternoon, the final week of the 2012 spring semester, and as I make the short walk from my office to the main library, just as I'm about to enter the main entrance, only steps from the doors are 3 male students smoking cigarettes. I attempt to hold my breath to avoid inhaling the smoke looming in the air. As I enter the lobby of the library, immediately in my view is a group of students and parents on tour of our campus. I wonder what the students and parents thought as they entered our library and had to pass through a cloud of smoke." By supporting the ban of smoking in public places, you're providing room for change to reduce the health issues presented to our generation and the future generation. With that, I arrive at my final point. Public health is a matter of creating safe and healthy environments for our present and future generations. Eliminating smoking from public places means we significantly reduce our exposure to secondhand smoke, and thus create and share healthier places. Reducing exposure for children to secondhand smoke has been linked to health improvements, as explained in the article by Pediatrics for Parents. The data from British Columbia study found that for every cigarette not smoked in the presence of a child, there was a 3% improvement in their lung health. So by setting the stage for a healthier space, we not only attempt to clean our air, but we also attempt to clean the physical places we share. In an article titled "Tobacco Giant Acknowledges Cigarette Butt Litter in Nature Life," it is explained how improper disposal of cigarette butts in outdoor areas is unsightly and can pose danger to marine creatures and wildlife. So by banning smoking in public places, we can reduce the cigarette littering that is greatly polluting our oceans and parks. Because in the end, we all deserve to live and share in healthier places and be healthier people. And we also deserve to have our health rights to be respected and protected, especially those of young children who are too young to understand, but they are not too young to suffer from the unnecessary exposure to secondhand smoke. So today I've spoken to you about why smoking should be banned in public places. We discussed how second smoke is an effect of that and how we can remedy those effects by banning smoking in public places. So today I urge you to make proactive decisions to educate yourselves and those around you about the dangers of smoking in public places. If you're out with your family or friends and you see someone smoking, ask them to put out their cigarette out of respect for your health and for the health of those around you. Because it is not enough for you to simply hold your breath and walk faster when you're in the presence of public smoking. Because although you may not be the one with the cigarette in your mouth, you may be the one being diagnosed with lung cancer. Thank you.